and welcome to the Seahawkers podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Schultz, and this is From the Podium, post-game edition for the Week 13 win over the Los Angeles Rams. The Seahawks got the win 27-23, a massive win over one of their big rivals in the NFC West. Here are Pete Carroll's comments and initial reflections.
Again, we learned how hard it is to win in the league. Really a hard-fought football game today. They give them a lot of credit. They played good. They were in it the whole way. Did a nice job. I've been talking about Sean all week, but he did it again. He put together a great plan, and it was hard. Some really exciting things happened, on our side, the way we finished, and on both sides of the ball, particularly to see Geno have the chance to go down and take the team down the field and do it, and just execute his tail off and have a huge game again, numbers-wise. It's just what he's doing. This is the season that he's playing, and we're lucky to have him. Defense getting out there in the last time to go, win the football game and get after him like they did was just a great statement about finishing the ball game. So really fired up about that. DK and Tyler had huge games. Both those guys were great. Noah was terrific today too in support as well. I was really praising DJ Dallas for fighting through being banged up and finishing for us. Tony did a nice job coming in for us. And unfortunately, Kenny just, he jammed his ankle and he just couldn't get back out there and get going again. So he showed that he was ready to go and all, but he just couldn't get back out. So we'll have to see what that means. I think, too, that the other thing that showed up in crucial situations, we pass protected really well and gave Geno a chance to stay in the pocket. He's stepping up and he's seeing what he needs to see and made some great throws and great conversions. We did really well on third down today on the offensive side. So just a lot of really good positive stuff. I thought that the coaches on the defensive side did probably as much adjusting in this game as we've done, and did some great stuff to make this game plan come together after the first couple of times they had the football, and really pulled it together in great fashion. And the guys played like crazy. Tariq gets a pick. I understand that gives him a franchise record. He's having a great season, and he was beat a couple times today and came back out of it and made some plays that were really fortunate. But you got to be a little lucky sometimes too. I don't know. Everything else was just going to ask me questions about it. But I'm really fired up about this win and getting back on the plane together and have some fun going back home.
DK Metcalf scored the game-winning touchdown with just under a minute left. Here's Steve Raible of the Seahawks Radio Network on the call.
Three receivers right side. DK Metcalf to the left with Jalen Ramsey on him. Geno takes the snap. Four-man rush. Going to half roll. Throws back inside. Reaching up, making a catch. Touchdown! Seahawks! Are you kidding me? It is DK Metcalf. Ramsey was all over him. DK puts those big mitts up and says, that ball is mine. And the Seahawks take the lead 26-23. What a dart thrown by Geno Smith.
And here's what DK had to say about that final touchdown of the day.
I mean, it was great and all, but, without Geno, Tyler, Keith, Noah, all of our teammates, and Shane, none of that wouldn't have happened. So just big shout out to them for getting us down there.
Metcalf also talked about what it was like going up against his former teammate, Bobby Wagner.
I mean, it was fun, just to talk to him and knowing that he was on the other side of the ball and knowing, the early morning workouts and all the times that, we got to spend with each other. And then just to go against him on the other side of the ball. He's one, hell of a linebacker, a hell of a competitor, and, just great to go against him. And, he has all my respect, coming into this game. But after this game and playing him, he has, much more respect, for me.
Quarterback Geno Smith also had some comments on Bobby.
It was great. Bobby is he's a player who I've always admired. He's always been just an extremely great leader, very consistent player, Hall of Fame caliber football player, and, a guy who I really learned a lot from, with just his demeanor, the way he carries himself, his passion for the game. He made a ton of great plays out there. We expected that. He was leading those guys the entire time. A little bit of trash talk, all fun and games. And, it was just a blessing to be able to go out there and compete against him.
Two more comments from Seahawks players, Quandre Diggs and Tyler Lockett, talking about what it was like seeing Wagner.
It's one of my favorite teammates in the world. You know what I mean? Me and Bobby talk very regularly anyway, so we didn't really talk before the game. He knows me, I know him, but after the game, we just had a moment we embraced. You know what I mean? I just told him how appreciative I am for, everything he's done for me. Coming here in 2019, he was one of the guys that took me under his wing and just kind of showed me the way, showed me what's the standard around here, how things are supposed to go. And I'm just trying to continue that, the culture and everything. It started with Bobby, it started with him. And for me, it just continued just to lead it on.
Yeah, I got a chance to talk to Bobby. Talked to Bobby before the game, during the game, after the game. Obviously, man, we wish that he was still here. Terrific brother, like an amazing big brother to me, to a lot of people on this team that got the chance to play with him. And, just being able to play against him, man, it's actually really cool because you go against somebody every single day of practice. And now you finally get a chance to line up and see what it's like to go against, Bobby, a Hall of Fame player, one of the best to ever do it at linebacker. Times when you run in certain routes and he like, yeah, I'm right there. And you like, I wonder if he was really right there. It's kind of cool. Like I was looking forward to getting tackled by Bobby for the first time. Like, man, but, I still wish he was here, man, but it was a great opportunity just to be able to play against him, and that's it.
And finally, yes, if you haven't been able to tell, I miss Bobby Wagner. So we are getting a lot of Bobby in this recap. Carroll talked about both Bobby's performance and the chance that he had to chat with Wagner after the game.
Bobby played great today. He was a factor in the running game. He had 2 sacks today. He gets a pick on a play that I'm still arguing about, and I can't wait to see him so I can argue to him too. Because I'm telling him he didn't catch it. He's going to tell me he did. I'm really proud to tell you he's been a great player in our program for all those years. He'll always be, one of our guys. But today to rise up like that and to play like that, is something he's going to remember. And it was notable. And so what else is he going to do? Of course he's going to do something like that. So hats off to him.
Most of the guys were gone by the time he got there. But he did check in with everybody that he could, and he made the rounds kind of as best he could. It just was real meaningful exchange, and I saw him with a few of the guys that were in my room back there that had passed by late, and every exchange was exactly what you would think it would be. It was heartfelt and warm and close, and then good kidding, level of kidding around and poking and all that kind of stuff, which was just part of the competition and the competitiveness of it all. I felt really grateful that I had a chance to sit down with Bobby for a while and hang out, and that's just kind of what we did.
All right, time to get back to the game itself, because it was cornerback Tariq Woolen setting the Seahawks rookie record with his 6th interception of the season.
1st and 10 at the Seattle 35. Wolford goes under center. Williams in the backfield. Play fake. Wolford's going to roll right side. Has some time. Throws back near side. Reaching up. Making the interception is Woolen at the 15-yard line. Ball underthrown just a bit for Kyron Williams. And you're not going to get that past Tariq Woolen, all 6'4", 210 pounds of him with that interception. Woolen has now broken the club record for interceptions by a rookie with 6, and we've still got games to play.
It was a great call by the coaches, and it was a cover 3 call, more of a true cover 3 muscle. We are matching with receivers, and I just bailed into my zone, and the running back was into my zone, and I kind of baited it a little bit, and the quarterback threw it, and I just went ahead and just picked the ball off. Those type of balls, especially the D ones, I feel like those ones I really like the most, because when they come, I feel like they mine. So that was just another opportunity. That was a gift, and I just took it, and that was the 6th one.
Tariq got a little bit emotional when he was asked about what that record meant to him.
Man, I think it's a blessing. I remember just on draft day, just sitting sitting in the living room a little bit. I don't want to get too emotional, but I just remember sitting in just in front of my family, just getting calls from different people, and I was just embarrassed because, I always think there was a team getting called, 'cause I was just hearing different stuff. And I was just saying, corners go, corners go, corners go. And I was just like, dang, so I'm just about to be here. And day 3 came, and I met with the Seahawks at the Combine. And whenever when I told people I met with them, they was like, "Oh, you going to the Seahawks? Going to the Seahawks?" And I told them how it went. Like I remember walking in, Coach Pete just started smiling. And
Catfish!
I mean, draft day came, and I just heard my name called, Seahawks, and I really didn't even have to say much. I just was like, "Let's go," you know. I'm just happy to get my name called, and it just was a blessing, honestly, and I'm just happy I'm here.
Back over to the offense with Pete Carroll. The head coach raved about the performances of Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, both of whom eclipsed 100 yards on the day.
They were monsters out there. And they're doing their own things, you know. It's just classic Tyler catches, you know, over the middle, right at the sticks, making the first downs. DK making the hard, tough catches. He got up top on them as well. The physical play that he shows, that he brings, and Tyler's kind of on the other end of the spectrum. They're just yin and yang, you know, in their styles, and they're both marvelous players.
The Seahawks may be facing some challenges in the future with the running game, though, due to injuries racking up in that running back room. Carroll was asked on Monday if the team plans to make any new signings.
We've got a couple guys that are on the practice squad that are available to us, and so we'll figure it out with what we got at this point.
And we heard on Tuesday, Seahawks signing former Giants running back Wayne Gallman to the practice squad. So we'll see if he is going to be in the lineup coming up this weekend. Rashad Penny also shared after the game that he might be ready for the playoffs should the Seahawks qualify. Wilson, I think you meant to say when the Seahawks qualify, so I will just editorially fix it right here. Here was Pete Carroll's reaction.
Well, you got to love his optimism. He hasn't run yet, you know, so it's, you know, who knows, you know, let me go with that one. Who knows what's going to happen, but he's still a ways from getting back. But I love that he felt really good about the process that he's in right now, and that's a good sign.
I think it's safe to say that when normally optimistic Pete Carroll is hesitant to be as optimistic as a player, then maybe the player is being a little bit unrealistic in his optimism. That's at least how I have to gauge it. Statistical leaders from this game against the Rams. Let's go to Geno Smith. He was 28 of 39, 367 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had the one interception that wasn't really an interception, and one fumble loss that was a very odd fumble lost. Tyler Lockett, 9 receptions, 128 yards and a touchdown. DK Metcalf, 8 receptions, 127 yards, and the game-winning go-ahead score. Jordan Brooks, 9 tackles on the day, 1 sack. Tariq Woolen, 7 tackles, 3 passes defensed, and 1 interception to set that rookie record. Uchenna Nwosu finished the day with 2 sacks. That's going to do it for the show. Thanks to Wilson Conn for helping to produce this episode. Follow him out on Twitter at Wilson_Conn, CONN. You can follow me out on Twitter at SeahawkersPod. And of course, if you want to become a member of the flock, head on over to getintheflock.com. If you go there, join the flock, send in your message by the afternoon. We'll be reading it on the next show with me and Adam. So check that out. It'll be coming up next. And until next time, go Hawks.